So everyone asks me, how often do I dust my shelves? Well, today's the day. Stay tuned. Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is Paul Knapp coming to you once again from the Man Cave, and it is dusting day. Once a year, I take all my Star Wars figures off their shelves, and we dust them off as well as dust the shelves. So come with me on this journey. It's a 3-day weekend for me. This is what I'm doing. So as you can see here, I've already removed the top shelf. And what I'll do is one shelf at a time. These are all in alphabetical order according to the Star Wars Ultimate Action Figure Collection Guide. And how do I keep them in order to know which ones I have? Well, as you can see here, when I buy the figure, I put a little sticker dot in here and I just pick these up, and this way I don't have to put permanent check marks in my book. But yeah, that's how I keep them in order. I know which ones I have. If there's no sticker, then I don't have that one yet. And then as I go through, well, I try to keep them in order as best I can. When I buy new ones, they go towards the end here. So once a year, when I do the shelf cleaning, I'll put those guys in order where they should be and make everything look copacetic. Now, several years ago, I came up with the idea of doing this kind of stadium stepping thing. All this is a long piece of foam, another piece of foam glued to it on the wooden board. So I have two at this level, and one at the top level. So this way you can kind of see the ones in the background a little bit better than having them all on the same level. And I'm trying to remember, I got close to 1,500 figures here. So we're not gonna go all through every single figure, but I'm just gonna give you some videos as I go through this cleaning process this weekend. Kind of give you Star Wars collectors out there an idea of what I have in my collection. Again, these are not vintage ones from the 70s and 80s, but everything from there on up. No vintage stuff, just the newer stuff. And again, I use the Star Wars collector's book to be my guide. I don't know how well the camera is showing this, but it is pretty dusty in here. Again, this is in my garage, so it gets all the pollen and everything from the area when the garage door is open, but I don't mind. Once a year, you know, I'm gonna do a hard cleaning and take all these guys off. But what I found best, in the past, I used to use my air gun and spray them all off, but that still didn't get all the dust, and sometimes they get a little tacky. I don't know if it's the plastic or what, but so what I found is best are the disinfectant wipes. And you just wipe off the figures, wipe off the base, wipe off the shelf itself, and you're ready to go. Now, the way I keep them in order, like I said, is alphabetized. So the first figure that I actually have is this individual right here. That will go on the top step, then the next one, and keep them in order, 5 in a row like that, and start the next row. Okay, so as you can see, I remove them one at a time. I clean them off, and you can see how nasty they are. Again, only doing this once a year, they get pretty bad. So I make sure they are in alphabetical order according to my book. I just kind of double check my stickers and make sure I have them all in order. You can see there how dirty it is. So then I'll clean the shelf off once they're all off there. Replace them all back on and set it back up. And that'll be one shelf, which usually takes a good hour and a half or more. So here is a complete clean shelf. I actually packed them tighter together so I could fit more on, and it goes back up. Next one comes down. just finished completing almost all the shelves. I didn't finish the last shelf only because those figures are not listed in the book. Those are from the newer movies. So what we're looking at here is pretty much 35 rows, or columns, if you will, between 34 or 35 on each shelf that I was able to fit. And you're looking at a total of 970 figures. This is just the ones on the shelves. Now I do have ones too larger, say Jabba the Hutt, and other ones that are too big to fit. They just take up too much space. So you're probably looking over 1,000 figures that I have that are listed in this book. If I add in this extra 165 at the bottom, so you're looking at 1,100 figures, 1,135 exactly, on display out here. And after I condensed them, that's how much space I have to find some more figures. So, hope you guys enjoyed this. Again, it was cleaning weekend, and stay tuned in the near future. You might see a cleaning weekend on all these guys. Thanks for watching.